Good morning, everybody. Semi-retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet and all things related to the carnivore diet and a few other odds and ends. I'm going to turn the camera around here so that you can see I got my trailer moved down here. I got it tucked in the corner amongst the buildings, so if there's a little bit of bad weather over the course of the winter, it'll be a little bit more protected rather than sitting out in the middle of the parking lot. As you can see, I am in the parking lot of my church down in North Carolina. There's the educational building and the assembly hall, but that's the old church that you can see there. When I get a little further out here, I'll be able to swing the camera around and let you see the new building too. But I want to get out here and get this walk in. Yeah, now we can see the new building over there beyond the old building. So here I am in North Carolina. It's kind of cloudy out this morning, but it is 65 degrees. There's a front moving through this afternoon. It's supposed to get cold for a couple of days. And when I say cold, I mean it's supposed to be mid-50s instead of mid-70s. But I'll be okay with that because it's not the mid-20s. They're actually, a friend of mine sent me a text and said, you got out just in time, they're calling for snow tomorrow. So I got to walk along the side of the road here because there's no sidewalks out here in the country. But that's okay. I'm gonna, looking at it, it looks like it might be a hair more than a mile up to a friend of mine's house. But I'm gonna walk up there and back today. The drive in was really pleasant yesterday, well, for the first half. I left early in the morning, and Ohio and West Virginia were both very pretty with all the trees. The 2 or 3 overlooks I'd planned to stop at to take some pictures were all buried in construction zones. So I didn't get to stop and take photos of all the fall leaves for you. I'm sorry, that's just the way things work out sometimes. But as you can see, at least I hope you can see, there are tons of flowers growing alongside the road here. And I think they're morning glories, the big purple flowers. I could be wrong. I don't know that much about flowers, but they sort of look like morning glory plants to me. But after I got through West Virginia, the section of 77 going through Virginia is only 65 miles long. And I saw all 3 of the accidents I saw that were blocking traffic in that 65-mile stretch of Virginia. And then I'm not exactly sure what was going on in North Carolina the rest of the way in, but traffic was bumper to bumper until after I got east of Raleigh. And then things cleared up quite a bit and I sailed in. So of course, you know, the last 55 miles of my whole trip was nice. But that's just the way it goes. As you saw in my video that came out yesterday, which was Monday, because today is Monday actually, so it's coming out today, but you won't see this till tomorrow. This is not as confusing as it sounds. I'm going to start putting out the videos that I make the day before, the following day, because I do have an internet connection down here. It's very stable, but it is very slow, and it took me about 3.5 hours to upload that 20-minute video that you watched on Monday. And that is, with the hours of the day, I don't see myself getting out here. I mean, it's about 9 o'clock now. This is about the earliest I can get out. So I figure I walk till 10 and then spend a couple hours editing the video. And then another, depending on the size of the video, 2 to 4 hours to upload it. I just don't see 6 or 7 in the evening as a good time for the videos to come out. They seem to, I mean, my subscribers, you guys are great. You'll watch them whenever. But I seem to get a lot more other watchers when I put the video out between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. So I'm going to give myself, that gives me a little bit of leeway, so that if I manage to screw something up, I get a whole day to come up with something else. Like happened with that one video way back when. It got flagged and I had to just take the sound off of it and put music on it. So we'll see how this goes for a while. I'm going back to my, childhood here of, you always walk facing traffic. But I do have a little something to talk to you about today, besides just all the general stuff. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here and you've lasted this long, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. It's free and it does help the channel out. And I do like being out in the country. I got woke up this morning by a flock of geese honking overhead, which is kind of cool. You don't get that much right in town. But I still see, and all of my regulars, you've heard this before. I apologize, but it's one of those things that you have to keep saying over and over and over until everyone gets it, or at least the new people get to hear it once. I still see many comments, not on my videos so much, there's a couple of them, but in reading the boards out there, I saw one, I won't say which group it was, but I always see people yelling about, oh, well, I can't possibly do carnivore diet. There's not nearly enough variety, or I couldn't live without X, whatever that X is. Those people probably have not hit rock bottom yet. But they might have. You never know. It's, what's more important? You having that food that you love, or your health? Is that thing that you love so much worth not being able to play with your grandkids or take your dog for a walk or one of the many other things that you're not going to be able to do as you age because you couldn't give up X? I gave up coffee for the month of October. The final verdict on that is not in yet because we're only halfway through the month. I got tempted one time on the drive from Omaha to Ohio. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning and I was starting to get a little draggy. And I thought, man, a cup of coffee would do really good right now. But I just drank some more water, ate a little salt, and kept on keeping on. So that worked out okay. Okay, I'm here at my friend's driveway, so I'm going to cross the street and go back. And when I get back, we'll see what the mileage was. And if it ends up being a little short, then I'll know about how much further to go tomorrow. But yeah, one of the reasons why I want to wait till after 9 o'clock to get my walks in is there's a lot less traffic on this road after 9 o'clock. The church runs a nursery, and there are a lot of cars coming up and down this road to bring their kids out to the nursery, plus all the other traffic. This is a major throughway out here in this part of North Carolina, because Goldsboro's up to the north and Mount Olive's over there, and you have to, and Seven Springs is up ahead, and I'm not exactly sure where they're coming to or going to or coming from or whatever, but if they're somewhere over there, rather than having to go all the way up to Goldsboro and back down, this road cuts through. Like I said, I'm not sure what highway is out that way, but there's another major highway back behind me, about 7 miles. And this is one of the main cut-acrosses. But anyway, so what are you waiting for? You can't give up that thing? You think Carnivore Diet is boring? What's boring is sitting on your couch watching TV all day because that's all you're physically able to do. That's boring. Oh man, this guy's got a fabulous flower garden. She's out tending the stuff right now. Maybe one day this week when nobody's out, I'll spin the camera around and let you see it. That's beautiful. But yeah, sitting on the couch, unable to take your dog for a walk, or unable to get down on the floor and play with your grandkids, or take them to the zoo, or take them to the park, or whatever. That's boring. So stop thinking about it. Stop thinking that you can't give this thing up that is completely ruining your life, and get back to the business of living. That's what we're here for. If we were meant to just sit on the couch and do nothing, we wouldn't have been given legs and arms and everything we need to get out in the world and do stuff. So get out there and just do what you got to do. I understand if you stumble. There's a great video I made about what happens when we fail. You just get right back up and keep going, because stumbles are going to happen. But you just got to give up those things that are ruining your life. They're literally ruining your life, your health. And you remember, kids my age always, you've heard the old saying, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Well, that's still true today. Take control. Get back in charge of your life. But I hope everybody had a great day yesterday. And the last 2 or 3 days, it's been a little odd not having you guys to talk to every day. So I'm glad I finally got all the travel done, and I'm set in place for the next 6 or 7 months till the weather warms back up in Omaha again. But I got a little bit yet to get back to the church. This is going to be a short little section, but let's go ahead and cue the music. Okay, cut the music. Thank you. So here I am coming back in the far side of the church parking lot. So I still have just a little bit left. I will have put up how far that distance was. But I'm pretty amazed, because as I said, at least I think I covered it in yesterday's video. Normally after driving that far, I'd have to just sit around and do nothing for a couple of days while my body recovered from the drive. And now, I'm out here walking. And this, my friends, is why you should not wait. I am the proof right here in front of you that it's never too late to take control of your life. Stop worrying about what you don't think you can live without, and prioritize those things that you really can't live without. Your health, your kids, your grandkids, your pets. Be able to take care of them. Remember to get out there, be 1% better today. There should be a click box over here to go back and watch the entire October challenge from the start. Over here should be a video you've never seen before. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.